I'm trying to get Milly, one of them ones. What's good, everybody? My name is Shawn Finesse. I'm a producer out of North Carolina. I'm going to break down and show you how I made the beat Run It Up by Milly McJaggurr. Trying to make a super hard beat. I felt like I owed that to him because I had another hard beat that I gave to another artist, and I was like, yo, I'm trying to give Milly, one of them ones. So I normally, I play keys, so I started with the piano first. I did a little melody on the piano, sound like this. It took me a minute to play this out, so I was like trying to figure out how I was gonna go with the melody. I found the piano sound. I believe that piano sound was a Kontakt piano sound, if I'm not mistaken. So I found the sound in Kontakt, and I was just playing with the melody, and that's how I came up with this piano part. So after that, I just matched the same melody with this synth that I found, this pad. Kind of sound like bells, but pretty much a lot of it is just, playing the same thing with different sounds, man. So and here's how it sounds both together right here. All right, so once I got the piano and the melody with the synth sound or the pad, I went to the bass. So I played this bass line right here. And I believe I got this bass sound off of the Roland Cloud. So one thing about me, man, I'm from North Carolina. I grew up listening to 3 6 Mafia. I grew up listening to T.I. I grew up listening to Pastor Troy. I grew up listening to, a lot of the Southern legends, man. So that's where this feel is coming from. So that's kind of the direction I kind of went, man. So I had to put a hard bass line in it. So this is the bass line. And I got a realistic bass. So, I didn't do a sub bass or 808 or nothing like that. So I wanted to be a bass that felt like you was really playing the bass guitar. So here's how it sounds with the piano and the bass. And the pad. So from there, I had the foundation already, man. So like once you get that down and you kind of got the direction you want to go, you got the tempo, you got, the main foundational sounds. Main foundational sounds for me is keys always, piano and bass. Everything else is just icing on the cake after that. It's just building around that. So my next favorite sound, and these are probably 3 sounds you're always going to hear in a Shawn Finesse beat. You're going to hear piano, you're going to hear bass, and you're going to hear some kind of brass. in one of my beats. So, uh, so that's the next thing that I've added. So, and again, I don't know how many times I got to say this. Like, I grew up on the Dirty South music, so this brass right here reminds me of the times that we was in the club with Crime Mob and everybody else that was using this type of sound. So very reminiscent of like a, you know, a Jeezy, T.I. type brass sound. And this brass is matching what I'm doing on the bass. So I'll play both of those together right here. And notice how I played the low end of the bass, or the low end of the brass to go with the bass. So I also got a high end brass as well that I played in a different part of the song here. This is the high end of the brass. Here it is with the bass. And I think that's on the chorus part right there. So, you know, just to switch it up, play the same line, just a octave higher. And here's how the piano, the synth pad, the bass, and the brass sound right here all together. Here's the high part. The beat is basically finished right there. Like, to be honest with you, it's finished. But, you know, you want to add little ear candy and stuff. So that's what I did. So that's the foundation of the beat. Once you get that down, again, it's just icing on the cake from there, like I said. So another sound that I would, you know, that's really reminiscent of the Dirty South sound, the trap sound, is the bell. So I added this bell here. Sounds like a church bell when you play it by itself, but it adds that texture once you play everything together. So you probably don't even notice it when you listen to the beat. And listening to it right there, it kind of sounds like it's off key. But when you add everything to it, play it all together. You can hear the bell. Boom, boom. So yeah, that bell really sets it off. Just to give the crash a little bit more So it's kind of like a synth sound. I'll play it with the crash. You hear how it gives the crash a little up under it. And it drops on the 1 too, so I play that all together here. There you go. Kind of almost sound like a person saying something, kind of like a chant, but you know, just another little texture to add. I did add another sound that was kind of like a texture sound as well. Let me play that. So that's all the sounds that I added. So once I had that foundation, that was pretty much it for the sounds. On to drums. So I kept it real simple on the drums. So I played the hi-hats first. It was just simple hi-hats. Simple step hi-hats. After that, I added an open hi-hat to go with that. Next was the kick. Once I had that pattern with the kick, I added the snare. So simple snare. Add that bounce. Next, I added this rim shot. Definitely brings that bounce. So here's how all of that sound together right here. I'm gonna give y'all a secret, man. I ain't gonna say a secret. I'm gonna give y'all some sauce. I'm gonna give y'all some sauce on the drums, man. When you got drums like that, if you want to put a little bit more sauce in it, add a scratch to it. And I shouldn't even be telling y'all that. That's my secret sauce right there. So I add this scratch, this DJ scratch. It kind of gives that bounce. You know, we normally add the scratch like towards the end or where the breakdown is at. I add it in the drums. So that's some little secret sauce right there. I'll let y'all hear how it sound right there. Hold up. Most people don't even, you know, notice it. See, that's where we normally add the scratch towards the, you know, the breakdown or whatever. But I put it in the actual drums. So, all right. But that's the whole beat right there. So, I mean, here is it all together. But that's pretty much it. Leave space for the rapper to do what they do. You know, kind of build a foundation. Once you build a foundation, add a little, you know, icing on the cake, the little perks and stuff that most people don't even notice. Build your drums, and that's it. That's pretty much it. That's how I made Run It Up by Milly McJaggurr.
Mud ain't nothing dirty but my cup. I was dead broke, but my hustle was enough. Yeah, I tried to tell them all I needed was a month. I done ran it up, ain't no letting up.